NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Senate Republicans have passed a $70 billion bill to fund ICE through the rest of President Trump's term. The Senate voted through the night on multiple amendments to the bill in an 18-hour-long vote-a-rama. The new bill includes about $38 billion for ICE, about $22 billion for the Border Patrol, and $5 billion for the Department of Homeland Security. NBC's Monica Alba in Washington.
What's really interesting about this is that this was the money that had to be taken out after we saw that debate over funding when there was the government shutdown that was extended. And then also, of course, after the immigration action that we saw that led to the death of 2 U.S. citizens in Minnesota. So they pulled this out of there, and this is how they attempted to pass that.
President Trump says he'd be open to meeting Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Mojtaba Khamenei.
If I did meet, I'd be honored to meet him. I'd like to see if we make a deal. But if we make a deal, it's possible that I would meet him. I'd be okay with it.
Trump made the comment yesterday while fielding questions from reporters in the Oval Office. When asked if he thought Khamenei might not want to meet, Trump replied, "I would say I'm not his favorite person." The Ayatollah's father and several other members of his family were killed in a U.S.-Israeli airstrike at the start of Operation Epic Fury. 1 person is dead, 6 others are injured following a mass shooting in Birmingham, Alabama. It happened Thursday night during what was described as a large gathering in the Sandusky neighborhood. Birmingham Police Department spokesperson Darrell Freeman says officers responded to a call of multiple shots fired Thursday night.
When officers arrived on scene, they observed at least 7 individuals suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. Birmingham Fire and Rescue arrived on scene, transported those individuals to the hospital.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street in Woonsocket. This is WOON AM and FM.
WOON Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
And good morning. It is Coffee Ann time here on WOON AM and FM on Friday morning, June the 5th. Thanks for joining us this morning. It's going to be a very busy show today. Got a lot of guests coming in today, which is pretty cool. Yes, I'm Joe Callahan. So
and we're
thanks
starting
for
off
joining
at
us.
73 degrees.
Nice.
On our way to 91.
Be warmer. It's going to be a warm one today. That's Dave Richards over there. Hi there,
Hi
Dave.
there. How are ya?
And Melissa Murray will be joining us soon. Here's the rundown of people that will be joining us. We expect James Toomey from the Blackstone Valley Tourism Council to be joining us on the phone.
Right.
Melissa Murray will be here, like I said. Richard Lane from Post 85 will be joining us. And former congressman from the state of Rhode Island and now president of the Rhode Island Foundation, David Cicilline.
No kidding.
Will be joining us on the phone.
Been a while since Dave's been with us.
Around 8:45 this morning, talking about their event that's coming up on June 10th.
And Meg's going to come on because we have
Meg Rigo will be here. That's right.
Right, Meg Rigo. Now, the first concert is next week.
Yep.
She'll be here in person, and her plans are, if everything goes well, to bring the headline performer, singer Shayna Steele, with her on our show next Friday. That's next Friday. And
does Shayna know that the show is at 8 in the morning?
Yeah, I know that happens a lot.
These performers tend to sleep at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, we find that with Steve Smith, and when Steve's coming in town, we put him on the 8 o'clock.
People are up at 8.
Yeah, right. So, but today she's going to talk about we need some volunteers.
Oh, okay. All right.
A lot of people who been telling us they're volunteers, they didn't show up for training.
Already.
Well, you know, with an event like Levitt, you've got to teach people what they're doing before they can do it.
Yeah.
And so we do need about 10 more volunteers for the season to make Levitt run as smoothly as we'd like.
Melissa Murray will be here. She's stuck in traffic on Route 146.
That's normal.
Going north, saying it's all jammed up. Before we get to James, who's on the telephone line, I say this every year, Dave, it's not him. Okay. So, do you have to take a phone call?
You're on your own.
All right, I'm on my own.
I got an emergency.
Okay. Dave's got to take a phone call. So anyway, I do bring this up every year at this time of year. We talked about how the Levitt concerts start next week, but tonight, June the 5th, and I only bring it up in case you're traveling around southern New England, the concerts at the Xfinity Center in Mansfield the season starts tonight. So something to be aware of on the off chance that you have to head over to 495 and go south, like you're going towards Cape Cod, or you got to go to Bridgewater, Massachusetts for whatever reason. If you happen to be going in that area, concert season has started, so it's just you and 20,000 of your closest friends all going in the same direction to get to the Xfinity Center there in Mansfield. The first show tonight is a artist called Kid Cubi. C-U-B-I. C-U-B-I. He is a rap artist. So, no, I haven't heard of him either. And then there's another show tomorrow night. Kid Rock will be there on Saturday. So just a reminder for the Xfinity Center that the concerts start this evening. Something to be aware of. And just in case you happen to be traveling down the 495 corridor. All right. And boy, wait till it's World Cup Soccer Day and Xfinity Concert Day. And there are 3 days, I've already looked it up, that there'll be a soccer game and a concert same day, roughly the same time. And if you've ever been caught in that traffic over there, it's nuts on 495 when there's a show in Foxborough and a show going on in Mansfield. It's crazy over there. All right, enough about that. Moving on, we do have this story that Dave talked about earlier, and kudos and congratulations. Really, go out to the Woonsocket Police Department. Once again, they have been re-accredited. They do this every 3 years, and the Woonsocket Police Department was first accredited in 2017 by the Rhode Island Police Accreditation Commission. They do this every 3 years. Like I said, they were first accredited in 2017, and they've got it every year since then, 2020, 2023, and now again in 2026. So how great is that, Dave?
And the chief says, keeping it sometimes is harder
tougher
than getting it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a baseball team that wins the World Series.
Always tough
getting
to win
it
the
every
next year.
time
Yeah.
is much more difficult than getting it the first time.
A whole 8-page report on their accreditation with the findings, with the ringing endorsement of their of everything they do, to the allegiance to the highest professional standards in the business of policing. So how fantastic is this?
Mm-hmm.
All right. James Toomey is so congratulations to the Woonsocket Police Department, because that's just fantastic, and I'll have to congratulate Chief Oates next time I see him on that. But we are being joined on the phone right now, Dave, by James Toomey from the Blackstone Valley Tourism Council. And good morning to you, James.
Good morning, everyone. How are you?
We're well. We're doing well over here.
Right now, everyone is Dave and Joe, James, because we're awaiting all of the rest of our panelists to arrive, and they will in turn. But we've got another busy weekend coming up here. Of course, we're very excited here in Woonsocket. We have our high school graduation today. And a lot of other communities in the Blackstone Valley have that as well. But there's other things going on all weekend long that you want to tell us about.
Absolutely, yes. Just one reminder, if you were listening last week, African Restaurant Week is still running through this weekend. Mm-hmm. It's a great celebration of some amazing, authentic food all around the state, but we have a lot up here in Blackstone Valley, so please check that out, African Restaurant Week. It's an amazing thing, and some amazing owners that could use some support, and it's a great way to learn a little bit more about their culture, especially as we're about to set off with this amazing summer of soccer, and we're going to have Ghana right in our back door, over in Smithfield. So it's a great time to engage with that. But this weekend, one thing that's also really exciting is that the Blackstone River Glass Center is going to be opening their studio for a night of fire music right along the Blackstone River. There's going to be glass blowing, interactive glass experiences, a nighttime demo, hands-on experiences, live bands. There's going to be food trucks. It's going to be a really, really awesome time, and that's at Blackstone River Glass on Meeting Street in Cumberland. And then our friends over at Parkside House are putting on one of their Liberty Tea and Garden parties. So there's 2 different seatings for that, an afternoon of colonial-themed activities for young girls and their dolls. And, these have always been a real big hit, and it's a really fun experience where you can kind of have that interactive experience with, a parent and a child in this amazing historic home. And, all of that story really kind of comes to life. So that's always a really amazing time, and highly recommend that. As we're looking even more locally, this is a little bit farther down the line, but just want to get it on people's radar, is that at the Museum of Work and Culture, the special exhibit, How Immigrants Became Icons, The History of Soccer in Rhode Island, is going to be opening on June 18th, and that runs through September 7th. But on September 17th, we're going to have a special author talk with Professor Brian Bunk, who is from the Society of American Soccer History, that has contributed a lot to this museum exhibit. So having him come down is a really special opportunity to learn about our American history as it relates to soccer and for impact that Blackstone Valley has on our nation.
Wow.
Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, you got it all, right?
I think I got it all. Yeah.
And we're just getting warmed up because the 4th of July is coming and all the 250 events. Yikes on a stick.
Yeah, and with Gloucester 250 next week on June 10th, they have their speaker series. So they're doing a special topic, and this is at their town hall in Chepachet. But they have a topic where they're going to talk about the, which might be interesting to people in Woonsocket, the unfavorable reception the French received upon their arrival in Rhode Island back in 1778. So just an interesting topic, just to see what that history is and how they were first received, and then what the impact was here in our nation after that. So that's what they're going to be covering, to talk about that piece of the story there. So, amazing things that are happening in our region, and definitely a place to check out this weekend and beyond.
It's a far cry from what it was when I was growing up in Pascoag, I'll tell you, where there was one thing that happened all summer long. And that was the arts festival in downtown Pascoag.
And that was it.
And that was it. The whole summer would come and go, and what's going on? Nothing.
Well, things have changed.
I'm sure he went to Spring Lake, right? Spring Lake is going to be open and rocking and rolling. So
well, there you go.
Check that out.
Which is great, because they developed that into a nice town beach now. Interesting thing, at the end of the 19th century and the first years of the 20th century, it was a very nice beach. In fact, the trolley line went out there from Woonsocket to Spring Lake.
Wow.
Right. But then in the mid-century, the mid-1900s, all through the time I was growing up out in Barrowville, it was like, yeah, it's there. Right. Not much going on.
All right.
It's you got one just down the street you can go to too.
All right.
That sort of thing like that. But boy, they've really they boosted it back up again. That's good.
All right, James Toomey from the Blackstone Valley Tourism Council. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. Always appreciated.
Thank you all. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, you too. All righty. Bye now. James Toomey joining us here on the Coffee In program. All right, other things going on we want to get to. And Dave, it always seems when the bad guys are caught by the police, there's always something small, maybe something dumb that they've done to create the issue. And that's the story we got today that Russ Olivo wrote in the Blackstone Valley Call-in-Times. And they're just driving down the road, and they don't want to stop at the stop sign at that bizarre three-way intersection where Cool Corner Creamery is. So let's cut through we'll go flying through the parking lot.
Not an original idea.
To avoid the stop sign, then take a quick left. Now we got the yield sign, and basically, well, no, I don't have the yield sign. Everybody else does. And I'll just keep going. Well, you can't do that. and they're observed by a police officer and pulls them over.
Yeah.
And then there's all sorts of other, now we got there's firearms in the cars. There's
there are four people in the car. There are four people in the car. The person who cut through the Cool Corner Creamery parking lot, who was driving the vehicle, was not arrested. They were compliant. They get a traffic citation, obviously.
Yeah.
But they were compliant. And the woman sitting in the front seat next to them, passenger, also was not arrested. They were also compliant. But in the back seat are the stars of our show. People who have been arrested on weapons violations before, who have been they're on bail. They're on probation. They're violating. They bought a BB gun that looks just like a 9mm Glock or something. And,
or you altered it to make it look like a real gun.
And they got drug paraphernalia sitting out there in the open. These are the passengers in the back seat of the car.
And they're giving.
I mean, the officer sees this.
Yeah.
Then he asks their name
and gives them
Guess
false
what?
names. Yeah.
You're in trouble if you do not give your correct name to a police officer who asks for it.
Now you're
I'm sorry.
obstructing.
That's the law. You broke the law. And it's an actionable offense.
And one of the perpetrators has a lengthy criminal record, is on bail from a January arrest for felony shoplifting in North Smithfield.
Right. And the other one also had a felony shoplifting in North Smithfield charge on them as well, the girl, Sheenan.
Yeah. Wow. Well, okay.
She's from Franklin.
Well, good job by the Woonsocket PD for catching that.
The other guy was no permanent address, so I don't know where he's living, really.
All right, we're going to take our first break here on the Coffee AM program, but more is coming your way. We expect Meg Rigo to be joining us very soon here on the Coffee AM program. Talk about the Levitt Amp Woonsocket Music Series, which starts in 1 week.
ON Radio. Well, after last night's book release launch party with Gigi DeSaulniers at Chan's, tonight we're back to the music with a good time guaranteed with the incredible Fat City Band. They're in town at Chan's tonight, 25 in advance, 30 at the door. Tomorrow night, June the 6th, it's Neil and the Vipers. Rock and blues guitar slinger Neil Vitullo promises to rock the House of Chan. Saturday night, 20 in advance, 25 at the door, at Chan's Fine Oriental Dining, 267 Main Street in Woonsocket. And don't forget, the food's fantastic at Chan's.
Well, if you feel that your voice just isn't being heard, the Rhode Island Foundation is inviting you to a free community dinner at the Millrace Kitchen right here in Market Square, Woonsocket, on Wednesday, June the 10th at 5 p.m. Bring your ideas and come talk face-to-face with folks like you who care about your community over a free family-style dinner. So join your neighbors at Millrace Kitchen on June the 10th at 5 p.m. by RSVPing at RhodeIslandFoundation.org/together, That's Rhode Island Foundation, and spell out Rhode Island, okay? .org/together, The Coffee Amp panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio.
All right, Coffee Ann here on ON AM and FM. Joe Callahan here along with Dave Richards. We expect Melissa Murray to be joining us soon, but she's stuck in traffic on Route 146 coming northbound. But joining us on the phone right now, Dave, is your friend and ours, Meg Rigo. Hey, Meg.
Good morning.
Nice to have you here with us this morning.
It could be a habit the rest of the
Friday
summer.
morning tradition.
That's right. 8 years in a row. Wow, how about that?
Well, Meg, I asked Meg if she'd come on today because there's lots of things to talk about. Now, next week is our concert, of course, and there's some great things going on. I was telling Joe, Meg, at the beginning of the show that if your plans come through, you'll be live in the studio next Friday, and you may be bringing Shayna Steele with you, who will be our headliner band that night.
That would be very exciting.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, but today we have to talk about volunteers. I don't know, it looked like we were all set on volunteers, but we have to have an orientation and everything like that, and it looks like we're going to run about 10 short on volunteers, doesn't it?
It does, and we really need folks. You know, the concerts are free to attend. They're a great time on Friday nights, but the way we make that happen is the community comes out and they help, and they welcome people and join the safety team and make sure everybody has what they need when they're in the park. And we just could use a few extra hands to help us with this summer.
Well, and there's all kinds of different things that volunteers can do. You don't have to just, walk around with the baskets and stuff like that. There's setup and takedown and stuff like that. Not a lot of heavy lifting, but it's important to have people that can do it. And it's important to have a good number of volunteers because then each volunteer doesn't have to do so much. Right. Many hands and all that.
Yes, and we also like to make it, I mean, it's summertime. We'll be there every Friday night, and we know many other people will be there every Friday night, but say you just wanted to volunteer for 2 or 3 evenings. We also want to make sure that people have that freedom to do whatever it is they want to do on a Friday, or one of the nights it's like, I just want to be there and listen to the music and not be responsible for anything. We want to make sure that that can happen. But in order to do it, I need a couple more people help with that.
So you're not looking for the full slate of concerts, just to volunteer at a couple.
If you're not available for 1 or 2 or whatever, then fine, no problem. But if you are, well, then there you go.
We're not going to say no if you want to be there the full time, but we're also not going to say no if, say, you want to be there for half of them. That works for us too.
Well, how can they get a hold of you, Meg, if someone's listening right now and says, well, all right, I got time. I can do a couple of concerts this summer. What's the best way?
Well, weren't we having people call Peyton?
We're having people call Peyton, and I also have an email address. So the phone number is 401-762-0993. We'll take you right to our NeighborWorks line, and we'll be able to route your call from there and make sure you can set up, and Peyton get back to you. He takes care of all volunteers and get you all oriented and ready to go. And then if you're more of an emailer, we have an email which is Levitt, Levitt, and that's at N as in Nancy, W, B as in boy, R as in river, V as in Victor.org. So 2 options to get your information out there to us.
All right. Well, we hope you get all your volunteers lined up and ready to go by next week.
And we actually have numerically enough volunteers to pull it off, but the fact is not all of them are going to be there all of the nights, so you need more to cover for others.
All right. Well, let's hope we're moving forward with that. You all excited about this year's concert series, Meg?
It is a really fun lineup this year, so we're excited for the bands that are coming from all over. And then what's really cool, this happens every year, but we just have had so many community partners that have come out to collaborate on the season too. So each week there's sort of something new that will be happening in the park. And we're very excited. The City Council has decided, using their incredible wisdom and thoughtfulness and just considering, how important this event is and also how important this new community infrastructure is, to name this stage in the park after someone that you know very well, Joe.
Gee, who would that be?
Come on.
The one and only Dave Richards Community Stage is going to be revealed next Friday night on the 12th.
Are we going to have a big 10-foot by 10-foot full glossy picture of Dave on the stage?
No, I'll be there in person.
Could you imagine?
You don't need a
cutout. No, I mean for subsequent weeks.
Oh, I see.
Cardboard cutout?
And we could rotate every week.
Oh yeah.
Well, just peek in the truck, you'll see him.
No, that's a great thing that the city has done, and we're very excited to be down there, especially on the first show to have the stage dedicated to Dave. I hope Marlon does a little song and dance for him.
Oh my gosh, we could make that happen. That would be fun.
Have your fun, folks.
All right.
Have your fun. Get it all in while you can.
When I look down the list of the concerts that's coming, Megan, I'm all I like seeing all the names of the bands, but the one that pops out at me, besides Steve Smith and Naked, is glad he's coming back, by the way. It's Dwayne Dopesy and the Zydeco Hellraisers.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's going to be a biggie.
That just sounds fun right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking to do some hell raising, huh, Joe? Man.
Well, at least they are. Well, that's really cool.
And that's also going to be CCF Family Night, which is another reason why we need the volunteers, because we have these community partnerships where we're helping people out, and it's that will be CCF Family Night. We also have Grow Smart Rhode Island night. When Crooked Coast comes in on the 24th. Rhode Island 250 celebration is going to be on the 31st. Here in June, the Summer of Soccer celebration on the 26th. Really great things. And next Friday, Community Collaborative Fair in partnership with BGCNRI and WHSCOA. Everybody needs
The
a
Boys
real
and
good
Girls
acronym.
Club of Northern Rhode Island and Woonsocket Head Start.
Boys and Girls Club in Northern Rhode Island, and what was it?
Woonsocket Head Start.
Woonsocket Head Start. Oh, Head Start's been a big sponsor of Levitt from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
They have. They really see how, when we bring fun things to communities for families to come out to, how it's good for the community as a whole.
Yep,
And they
really
invest
great.
in it. It's amazing.
And just a little private communication, Meg. I owe you a text. I talked to the proper party on that request that you made about the park, and it will be done.
Gotta love, a stage is named after a man, and items happen magically. Not really. I'm really sorry to get his stuff done, but I like when you throw your clout around. Great.
All righty. Well, it's really great talking to you, Meg. We'll be looking forward to seeing you in person next Friday, and hopefully you can bring your special guest with us if it all lines up.
See what we can do.
All right, Meg. Thanks for calling.
Take care, Meg.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Meg
Bye.
Ringo, everybody.
Yay, Meg. All right. I forgot to mention, Melissa Murray's here at the table.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
And Rich Elaine is here as well. Hi, Rich.
Hi, I didn't get caught in traffic.
No, okay. Well,
didn't.
very good.
No.
You know what? That's what I get for not sleeping in Woonsocket last
there you
night.
go.
But I slept at my partner's house, and it was a long night.
A lot of. Oh,
Well,
you're at the
yeah,
State House, right?
It was a long night at the State House, so it's easier to get to your partner's house than
Because
it is
you're-
to come all the way up the
Right, because I'm tired. I was
Tired.
tired. But then there was a cone in the road, and people just couldn't
Yeah.
even.
Oh, crazy, huh?
Yeah. I think someone ran over the cone is what happened.
Oh,
and some
no.
car pulled over, and they were kind of smoking a little. I don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
that sounds
Yeah, that's all right.
inconvenient.
This portion of the Coffee
Is
In, by
that-
the way,
is
is
that a
sponsored by the
Prince-
Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
Yes. Is that that's
Wham.
Wham?
I'm
That's
wearing a Wham
For a minute,
t-shirt today.
I couldn't read it right.
No, it's Wham.
But I thought it was Prince. Are you going to be buying the new Prince CD when it comes out later this month?
There's a new one coming out.
Yeah, all the songs that weren't good enough to release when he was alive
Oh,
are
all
coming
right.
out. 10 songs that his estate are releasing as a CD.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe I'll buy it on vinyl.
On vinyl, there
Yeah,
you go.
they're re-releasing stuff on vinyl now.
Yeah, I know. I
Yep.
know they are.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's okay.
Melissa, I brought up that the first show in Mansfield at the Xfinity Centers tonight. Kid Cubi, ever hear of him?
No,
It's CUBI,
I don't.
American rap artist.
Okay, I'm
So,
too.
I'm-
I'm too old for.
said, wow, I haven't-
I'm too old. I
Don't you
don't
hate
know.
saying that?
You're never too old.
I
No,
know,
I
know
but
this person is.
I love rap, but like I'm not. I'm too.
Rich-
I'm too
Rich
old to know
remembers-
anybody before like 1986.
But Rich
Okay.
remembers when rapping started. It was just talking. Back in the 60s, you have a rap session, right?
Yeah.
You sit down and you chat about a subject or something
What
like
was
that.
The one that always, every time somebody mentions rap, I start to think, I am Wonder Mike, and I'd like to say hello.
Yes.
What was it?
Yeah, the Sugar Hill Gang.
Sugar Hill Gang. That's
That was the first song.
Classic. I
classic.
listen to that all the time.
Well, it's only the subsequent rap artist that made rap a dirty word because of the dirty
it's
words
amazing
they
that
used
you-
when they were
It's
rapping.
amazing that you know that, Rich.
Oh, I know just about
That's
the
a
whole
classic.
song.
That's
Put
a-
a couple
that's
of
so good.
sambucas in me and I'll dance.
You know
and
what?
I'll do
You know what? After session's over, I'm going to go down to
Oh
Post
my
85.
gosh.
I'm going to put it in the jukebox.
That is
Joe's
so funny.
Joe's desperately
It'll be a
trying to
good
get
time.
us back on track with the sponsor here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and well, Dave will do a much longer spiel for the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce
All
coming in
right,
just a few minutes.
334-1000.
And I wanted to bring this up because we've all had issues, or you might have had an issue all over the place here in Woonsocket too with e-bikes. Well, East Providence said, okay, we're banning them from all
Oh, yeah.
public places.
Gutsy move.
Very. I think they're going too far.
I think that's
so
going too
no
far.
e-bikes in parks, recreation spaces,
Or?
sidewalks. Now they
Right.
shouldn't be on the sidewalks anyway.
They shouldn't be on the sidewalk. They should be in the
They
street
should be in the
following
street.
the rules of the road.
Yeah, but the barring from parks and recreation spaces. Well, where else are they supposed to ride them? In their driveway?
Right. Well, if you're not allowed to ride it on the bike path, but you're not allowed to. I don't know.
Where can we ride them? I don't know. I just think this is a little overkill. But I do worry about that at Autumn Fest, Dave.
Oh, gosh.
E-bikes in the park with all
With a
those
lot of
people.
people, right.
I'm
So
like,
you can, yeah.
But all bikes in the park,
yeah.
even non-e-bikes, are supposed to be walked through
I know,
the park.
but that
That's
doesn't
right.
happen, though.
That's right.
well,
Yeah.
they're supposed to.
I understand, but I'm worried about mostly a younger crowd, like the 12 and under crowd, buzzing through and
Yeah.
saying it's me and I'm in charge, and or they've lost control of their e-bike or whatever.
That's why we have police detail.
Well, I hope they crack down on them for something like this. It's just something I'm concerned. I don't know if it's been brought up at Autumn Fest meetings or not. That hey, e-bikes might be an issue at Autumn Fest. So.
I haven't been to enough of the meetings this year to have seen that discussion yet.
Okay.
But I'm sure it's coming.
All right, let's take a break on the Coffee In program, and this portion of Coffee In has been sponsored by the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Dave, take a look in your inbox and see what you see from the Chamber.
Kick off your day with fresh air, great coffee, and meaningful connections at the Momentum Morning Walk, happening next Wednesday, June 10th, from 7:45 to 9 a.m. in the morning. They'll meet at Fondati Coffee in Lincoln, where coffee and drinks will be available for purchase both before and after the walk. At 8 o'clock, they'll head out together for a 45 to 50-minute walk through neighboring Lincoln Woods, returning to the Fondati Coffee parking lot by 9 a.m. so you can get off to your day of work or leisure. It's a relaxing, inclusive gathering designed to foster connection and conversation. The path is accessible. Participants are welcome to walk or roll at their own pace. There will be plenty of time to network before, during, and after the walk. That's next Wednesday, 7:45 at the Fondati Coffee in Lincoln, next to Lincoln Woods. And that's just one of the things happening at the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce with the list of programming going on over here. If you haven't signed up for the executive golf outing on September 15th yet, what are you waiting for? Because believe me, you're gonna have to act on that quickly. You really will. Cocktails and Commerce is coming up on June 23rd, the Capitol Grill. Find out more by calling the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce when they start answering the phone right after the Coffee and Show at 9 o'clock, 334-1000. Joe?
Thanks, Dave. And time for the weather forecast, being brought to you by Mattress Warehouse of Providence.
Mostly sunny and hot today with a high of 91 degrees and a slight breeze from the west. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, overnight low of 62. Saturday's weather, increasing clouds, still hot, high near 91 degrees, but winds could gust up to 25 miles per hour from the southwest. Saturday night, clouding up. Sunday, 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms, high of 82 degrees. Monday, sunshine and 75. Tuesday, sunshine and 85. Wednesday, mostly sunny and hot with a high of 90 and calm wind. And Thursday, mostly sunny, high near 89 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with the sunny skies, we are at 73 degrees.
Mattress Warehouse Memorial Day sale is going on now. Save up to $1,500 and get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchase, plus 0% interest next day delivery and setup, backed by their lifetime price guarantee.
Welcome back to the Car Shoppers of Rhode Island reunion. Ladies, before the break, we were talking about car shopping nightmares.
Ugh, I called for a price quote. They told me I had to go down to the dealership. Who has time for that?
Time? It takes hours at the dealership. Last time, we missed our reservation at Flair.
One place told me the price goes up if I don't have a trade-in. Not where I go. I got the best deal and had the best time at Anchor Subaru Nissan.
Anchor Subaru Nissan? Why are you gatekeeping?
Gatekeeping? Anchor's been the best for over 30 years. Don't you read reviews?
Ladies.
Anchor Nissan Subaru, Route 146, or online at anchor-nissan.com or anchorsubaru.com.
In a world where good food, friendly faces, and unforgettable memories collide, there's one place that stands out from the rest. Gators Pub is proudly celebrating 35 years of excellence in North Smithfield. Join us at Gators Pub, where every visit feels like coming home. Our secret to success? It's simple. Our super friendly staff and mouth-watering dishes prepared fresh daily by our talented chefs. Sink your teeth into our delectable lunch specials from Monday through Thursday and savor complimentary soup to warm your soul. Enjoy the game day excitement with multiple TVs showing the Boston Red Sox while indulging in classic appetizers like our famous potato skins and pita chips. Looking for a lively atmosphere to watch volleyball games? Look no further. Pair it with our juicy burgers or the latest cocktail creations to elevate your experience. Gators Pub, your ultimate destination for good times and great food. Come and celebrate with us at Gators Pub on Route 102, just a mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Make every moment memorable at Gators Pub, where good friends and great flavors meet. Remember, there are no strangers at Gators Pub, just good friends you haven't met yet.
This portion of Coffee In is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
It's Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with Rich Lane, Melissa Murray, Dave Richards. And Dave, you want to get to a quick story before we get to Rich?
I want to congratulate Melissa. Your part-time job has been going well. You got a piece of legislation passed. You and Bobby Phillips over in the House, right? Did I get that right? This is the one about the lead paint tests.
Yeah, for kids.
Yeah, you want to tell everybody about that? Because that's going to the governor now. That's not just a Senate thing. It's going to the governor.
Let me quickly pass that over here because I have a lot going on, and that passed
you didn't see your own press release? Well, that's right. You don't write them. There's a staff that does.
Oh, no. First of all, I do. So I have. We all have a
and this
publicist.
Is touch. You can use
right?
your finger.
We all have a publicist.
Okay.
And so if my publicist, she will write something for me. I never let it go out without looking at it. Some people do, but I don't because if it's not in my voice, and it's not, so I always make sure that she uses quotes, and sometimes she'll take a quote directly from a speech of mine. Anyway, so this is a bill that we've passed in the Senate for 3 years. Gave it to Rep. Phillips this year, and got it past the finish line over in the House, which means it's going to become law. It allows certified private labs to perform a blood analysis to test kids for lead. So right now, as it stands, you have to take if you have your kid tested for lead, which there's a risk. There's one lab that draws the blood if it's a child under a certain age, and then it has to be sent to another lab to be tested. This bill just allows the lab that draws the blood on children to actually be able to test it. So it actually saves the state money.
That would make sense.
And because obviously in Woonsocket we have a high, number of units that may or may not have lead. But then they will provide, the labs that are doing this are providing the analysis for patients without cost if they're not able to afford it. So there's no barrier there, right? So it saves the state money by not having duplicative process, but it also allows access to anybody who wants to get tested, regardless of their ability to pay.
All right, very good. Thanks, Melissa. All right, a couple notes called in, 766-1240. One talking about the rap artist that's going to start the concert series tonight at the Xfinity Center. Rap is an insult to the music industry. Okay.
There's a lot of different kinds of rap, and I don't like all of it. And there's hip hop, and this very diverse genre. So,
well, okay. And to Rich, and we're going to talk about things coming up at the Post 85. But right off the bat, and people are very concerned. When does wrestling return to Post 85, Rich?
Wrestling. Let's see. I've got the list right. I got the list. We're looking at July 18th.
July 18th. Mark it on your calendar.
July 18th. So you can go to NWW Extreme. I think it's .com. I believe.
.com.
Yeah, and you can look up everything there, and they not only have wrestling events over at 85, but I know he's all around Rhode Island stuff. So you can go look up it up at their website. But July 18th over at the Post, we're going to do it again. So
yeah.
All right, cool. Now, what else is going on?
What else is going on? Well, I'll tell you what. We're starting to really kick it into gear now that we're getting into June, of course. First thing that's going on down at the Post is going to be next Saturday. June the 13th, that's our Family Fun Day. It's going to be great from 12 to 6. The auxiliary puts that on down at the post. It's not just for the members. It's open to the entire public. You can come down with the little ones, and we're going to have some arts and crafts, outdoor games, kids archer. This sounds dangerous. I don't know.
Oh, no.
But, no, it isn't.
Have
I'm
you
just
seen it?
kidding.
They got the netting
No,
up and stuff
but
like
they got
that.
kids archery and kids axe throwing.
Yeah.
Well, I got to learn some time.
Okay, I just, yeah. I
The
never,
archery, yeah, I can
lawn
go with
darts.
the
Remember that?
archery.
We were
Oh, I
kids,
remember
lawn
darts, yeah.
Yeah, with the points
Oh,
on it.
boy.
I
Yeah.
played with them as a
Those
kid.
metal.
But anyhow, that's what's going on June 13th. Like I said, from 12 to 6, there's going to be food and drinks available for purchase. The bands are going to be, the band is going to be fantastic. 1 o'clock, we got Passion and Persistence, the dance company. It gives their show starting at 1 o'clock that day. And then from 2:30 to 5:30, it's School of Rock. I love those kids. I'm telling you right now. I
Never
shouldn't
two
get-
songs the same.
No,
Yeah.
and they get a variety of the teenagers, and you'll have 4 of them get up. They'll do like 3 or 4 songs, and another 4 kids get up. They do a lot of the old
It's
70s.
like having 6 or 8 bands.
Yeah, it is so good. So if you've never seen School of Rock,
And they switch instruments.
yeah.
You play drums. Next song you play bass. Next song you sing.
Yeah,
It's
talented,
cool.
talented kids. It's really, really something to see if you've never seen them. So come on down on June 13th from 12 to 6. Bring the family. Just have a good old time. And pray to God we got the great weather, and there'll be a lot of activities for the kids. And like I said, food and drinks available for purchase. So June 13th from 12 to 6. Then after the Family Fun Day on June 20th, we've got a birthday bash going on for Boobification.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Trish Parento's organization. Their birthday bash is $20 for a donation. It's beer and dynamites. And they're gonna go from 12 to 5. They've got 19th Nervous Breakdown, which is a Rolling Stones tribute band.
I know
so
them.
It's going to be
my
some.
bestie right
It's
there.
going to be some great music. So once again, hey, listen, you get to come down. You get to listen to live bands. Okay. Beer and Dynamite for $20. I mean, how do you get a better deal?
I know.
There's just no way you get a better deal. And then if you want to hang around a little bit after the Beer and Dynamite birthday bash for Boobification, about an hour and a half later at 7 o'clock, we got Radio Badland at Post 85.
Oh, they're great.
So Radio Badlands is another fantastic band. So some great music going on June the 20th down at the American Legion Post 85. And then the following weekend, June the 27th, we got Tucker's Creek coming in. And just to keep rolling, July 11th, we got the Strum Dogs. July 18th, the wrestling. And then July 25th, we're going to do our Rock Fest at the Post from 1 to 11.
With real rocks.
Real rocks, yes. And the bands for that are Northeast Groove and Fat Angus. What was the band we had before that was the
AC/DC?
That was the AC/DC tribute band. I can't remember their name, but they're not going to be there. They can't make it. But Fat Angus, I guess, is a AC/DC tribute also. So anyhow,
okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be some good music, and then also on that July.
Who made who?
Who made who? That was them. That's correct. Yeah. And then also on July 25th, we're going to have a barbecue competition at 1 o'clock. So there's a lot of good food, a lot of good things happening at American Legion Post 85. Something I do have to mention, though, I was at the Post yesterday doing my normal mowing the memorial area and sprucing that up a little bit. And I had a gentleman, this is real great news for the veterans in Woonsocket. This gentleman pulled up in a truck, and he was from he's a veteran representative for the Department of Labor and Training in Rhode Island. His name is Carlos Barbero, and he told me that they were opening an office up in Woonsocket.
Great.
That is fantastic news for the veterans around here, and the office is located on Pond Street, on 219 Pond Street. And Carlos was saying that what they provide is education and training services for veterans to get jobs. The veterans and eligible spouses can receive priority for U.S. Department of Labor funded employment and training programs. There's no cost to veterans and the eligible spouses. They provide job search and placement assistance, resumes, interview preparation, career planning, coaching, labor market and hiring insight. So it's all free to veterans. And like I said, it's very exciting to have them actually open up an office here in Woonsocket. So there'll be a lot more information I'll have coming in on that. I hopefully Joe might be able to get Carlos to come in here on a Friday with me and talk about the services and stuff they're going to provide for the veterans here in Woonsocket. So
Set
very,
that up
very
with our
excited.
social director here.
Yep. So
All right.
Thanks, Rich.
Very good, Rich. All right, this portion of Coffee In is sponsored by the Blackstone Valley. Nope, it's the Blackstone Valley Breeze. It's by the Valley Breeze newspaper, which Dave happens to have in his hands.
Absolutely. And Joe, I'm going to make an abbreviated message here this time because we have our special guest, Dave Cicilline, coming in right after the break. And suffice it to say, the Blackstone, right, you just got me saying it,
Sorry.
the Valley Breeze here. Lots of great news on all the different great stuff in here. The simulator, they have flight simulator in Lincoln High School with a course on flying. Well, they
Wow.
got the airport right next door, you know, and very nice stuff like that. In the Woonsocket, North Smithfield Blackstone, you got a whole story on the graduation of BMR. Volunteers learning gravestone restoration at Slatersville Cemetery. But the big thing in the Valley Breeze this week, and it is big, full color glossy, spring into summer. Absolutely free in every Valley Breeze at every location. All you gotta do is pick one up where you shop. The Valley Breeze newspapers.
All right, Dave, thanks. And more Coffee In's coming your way. Stick around.
If you own a home, listen to this. The day will come when you need another water heater. It's just a fact of owning a home. When that situation arises, consider renting a water heater rather than purchasing one. We're in luck because there's a local company in Albion called Vamco. That's VAMCO that rents water heaters and boilers, and they have been serving the Northern Rhode Island communities for 50 years. Purchasing and installing a new water heater could cost you more than $2,000. Renting one has many advantages, like greater reliability. Vamco brands are built to last 2 to 3 times longer than most retail models. You get professional installation by a Rhode Island licensed master plumber who'll also dispose of your old boiler or water heater. Receive free repairs and service calls. Plus, Vamco covers the cost of all parts and labor for as long as you rent from them. If you have an immediate need, Vamco has an ON radio special. Listen to this. They'll install a brand new American water heater for just $199 with low monthly rental charges of $23.99 a month. Be sure to ask for it. Rent-to-own options are also available. Visit the Vamco website, rentwaterheater.com. For more information, call 401-335-5551 to speak to a local friendly Vamco agent today. Vamco of Albion.
Do you feel like your voice just isn't being heard? The Rhode Island Foundation is inviting you to a free community dinner at the Millrace Kitchen in Market Square in Woonsocket on Wednesday, June 10th at 5 p.m. Bring your ideas and come talk face-to-face with folks like you who care about your community over a free family-style dinner. So join your neighbors at the Millrace Kitchen on June 10th at 5 p.m. by RSVPing at rhodeislandfoundation.org/togetherri. That's rhodeislandfoundation.org/together. All right, it is the Coffee and program here on ON Radio. Dave Richards is here. Melissa Murray's here. Rich Elaine is here as well. And joining us on the telephone right now, speaking of the Rhode Island Foundation, look at that. It's Rhode Island Foundation President Dave Cicilline and former Congressman.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Dave. Nice to hear your voice again.
Yes, how are you?
Well, I think we're all doing very well here. How are you?
I'm great.
Bang-up
Thanks.
job in your second career here.
Thanks.
Everyone's talking about the Rhode Island Foundation that weren't talking about the Rhode Island Foundation years ago. Congratulations on your progress.
Well, thank you. I mean, as you know, the Rhode Island Foundation is Rhode Island's only community foundation, and we're the second oldest community foundation in America, the largest funder of nonprofits, and last year we had a record year where we gave out $93 million in grants. So lots of good things happening at the Rhode Island Foundation.
Well, let's jump into it, Dave. The Rhode Island, as we just heard, the Rhode Island Foundation is inviting Blackstone Valley residents to a free community dinner in Woonsocket this coming Wednesday. So what do you have planned for the people that show up?
Yeah, are you cooking, Dave?
You do not want me to be the cook.
All right. Okay.
No, these are events that we're having all across the state, and as you mentioned, Wednesday on June 10th in Woonsocket. And really, it's an opportunity for neighbors to come in and meet new people, share the issues that are important to them, what they care about. It really does help inform our work and to be sure that we're responding to the needs in the community. And it's really an opportunity to get to know some folks you may not know. And we really ask people to kind of share both the things that they're worried about, what they think are the urgent challenges in Rhode Island, but also the things that they're most hopeful about, the things that they like. And it's just a great opportunity to reconnect to folks and build a sense of community. But for our perspective, it's also about making sure that what we're doing and what we're focusing on is meeting the needs of the communities all across Rhode Island.
This sounds like some of what we used to do years ago in the broadcasting industry, the ascertainments, where we would go to community leaders in that particular case, but even going out and having groups of people coming in to tell us what kind of programming they feel would be best on the station to address needs within the community. It looks like the Rhode Island Foundation has taken a page out of that book. Is that possible?
Yeah, that sounds very similar to what we do. The other thing we're doing, which is a little new this year, is we're doing something that we're calling the Rhode Island Foundation Comes to Your Community. So before we have the community dinner, we have sort of office hours where we have representatives from my office, representatives from the grant team, representatives from the development team. So if you want to learn about how you might apply for a grant or how you could open a fund or create a scholarship or anything else about the way that the Rhode Island Foundation runs, we have office hours there and representatives from the organization there just to answer questions and hopefully provide more information. The idea is, the Rhode Island Foundation is headquartered in downtown Providence, but we want to bring it out to different communities around the state to make it easier for people to learn about the Rhode Island Foundation and to have an opportunity to engage with us in one way or another.
And Dave, we're talking to Dave Cicilline here from the Rhode Island Foundation. Just to solidify it in people's minds, what you do in addition to other things. Here with the Milk Fund, which everyone in Woonsocket is very familiar with, here with the Milk Fund, several grants come from the Rhode Island Foundation, but they are regular people who put together an endowment. They wanted the Milk Fund to get a check every year from the proceeds of what they were leaving, and they have the Rhode Island Foundation administer it. And
that's right. That's right. And one of the things that the Rhode Island Foundation does is sometimes people will want to create a scholarship because they want to honor a loved one or the school that they went to. Sometimes people will have an area of the state, so they might want to do something to benefit the area of Woonsocket. Some people will have an issue that they're particularly focused on or an organization they want to support. We can create a fund that will honor your desires, your intentions in terms of your philanthropy for permanently until well after you're gone. So it's a wonderful way to make sure that issues that you care about, organizations that you care about, causes that you care about receive support permanently because of your generosity. And I should say none of what we do would be possible without the incredible generosity of Rhode Islanders who have always kind of risen to the moment and done a lot of philanthropy to try to make their communities better. But if any of your listeners are interested in figuring out how they might do that, they should just, call me, call the Rhode Island Foundation, go to our website, RhodeIslandFoundation.org, and have lots of information there.
The Rhode Island Foundation has awarded $3.6 million in grants just in the Blackstone Valley alone last year.
Oh, yeah.
That's impressive.
Not surprised.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not surprised. They're very busy.
Okay.
And they're trusted. That's the whole thing that we're getting across over here. Mm-hmm. People use the Rhode Island Foundation in these situations that they can't administer themselves because they've earned the trust of Rhode Islanders down through the decades.
Yeah, absolutely. 110 years.
Wow. All right. Wow. At these free community dinners, Dave, what are people bringing to the forefront? What are their concerns that you've heard already?
we had our first one in Newport this past week, and it was we had about 100 people there. It was great, and I should say to your listeners, please go to rifoundation.org/community dinners and register if you're going to come. I want to make sure we have enough food. Mm-hmm. But people are speaking about housing remaining an important priority still. There was a lot of conversation about education. People are very concerned that we also protect the beauty of our state, and so there are climate issues that were raised. Food insecurity, that remains a really top priority for us and also for Rhode Islanders, as people have seen, very often people showing up at a food pantry for their first time, that people haven't traditionally had to rely on that. So food insecurity, and then healthcare is also a really important issue. People that are concerned about cuts they're having to Medicaid and healthcare in general, and the high cost of everything is on lots of people's minds. So we heard, a variety of things. A lot of the areas are areas that the Rhode Island Foundation is focused on, so that kind of confirms that we're headed in the right direction in terms of our grant-making and beyond grant-making work.
Okay. The foundation will provide moderators to help guide the conversation, so if people are a little shy at first from getting up and speaking, the moderators will be there to basically kick things off, correct?
Yes, and they're really table conversations, so you don't have to worry about speaking in front of a lot of people.
Okay.
These conversations happen just like around a dinner table, and then one person from the table is asked to report out, kind of summarize the conversation at the end of the evening. So it's great. It's really an opportunity to have your voice heard and meet some new folks and be sure that you're helping to shape the work of the Rhode Island Foundation. So I hope folks will come.
If I recall, the Millrace Kitchen has a legal capacity of 125 people in the hall, so we can bring 100 people in there real easy, right?
Absolutely. And it's good food, good Italian food.
Oh, boy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, boy. Looking forward to that. That's great.
Go ahead, Melissa.
David, I'm so sorry that I'm going to be having to miss this event, but I want to thank you for doing this in the community.
She's got a part-time job, and they told her she'll be working that night.
I have a little part-time job that I might be busy with that
course,
evening.
Senator, I understand.
Yeah, thank you for doing this. I think, we oftentimes people in Woonsocket feel that like we're kind of overlooked by the rest of the state, but you were always here. You were always here, and we appreciate it, and appreciate that we're still on your priority list.
I'll never forget the time I'm sitting at a porchetta at the Elks. Mm-hmm. This is years ago when Dave was in office. And I'm sitting there. There's an empty chair next to me, and he just walks up, grabs the chair, sits down. I said, "Want to pass the pork?" This is a U.S. congressman just did that. Yeah. Way to make an impression, David.
So much. I was in Woonsocket so much. People would always ask me, "Do you live in Woonsocket?" I said, "No, but I'm just here a lot."
Well, it's really appreciated.
Much appreciated.
Oh, sure.
And I think you could certainly, if you had not seen this other path that you wanted to use your talents on, I'm sure you could have been reelected again and again because you loved here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
So the event is this Wednesday from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Millrace. And Dave, once again, how can people RSVP?
Just go to the Rhode Island Foundation website, rifoundation.org /together RI, and you can RSVP right on the website. Or you can call if you're not good using the computer.
All right. David Cicilline, President and CEO of the Rhode Island Foundation. Thanks for joining us here on the Coffee AM program.
Thanks for having me. Have
Continued success,
Bye-bye.
David.
All right. Take care.
Thanks so much.
All right. Bye-bye. And let's see. Okay. We thank him for joining us this morning. So just a bizarre story. And Rich, maybe you think this is
you have to double clutch for this one, Dave.
We love a bizarre story.
Double clutch with it.
He's going.
It's a different topic.
Yeah, different topic. Here we go. So normally, if you think a fight has broken out between two men, and one of the men is 70, and one of the men is 21, you think it's the 21-year-old beating up the 70-year-old. This happened in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. The 70-year-old is accused of attempted murder. He strangled and allegedly and tried to drown the 21-year-old at a pond.
Who, by the way, was walking with crutches.
Yeah, and I saw the video of it, and two other guys had to jump in and pull the 70-year-old off the 21-year-old as he's holding him under the water.
Wow.
There's a third guy obviously filming this thing. I'm like, wow.
There's always a filmer.
Yeah.
There's an old saying for that. You don't get to be old being a fool. A lot of young people are deader than heck.
So,
and of course, heck is not the word to talk, but I'm on the radio, so I can't say.
But I saw, I was watching the Boston News, and this is Channel 5, and they were talking to I don't know if he was a bystander, but someone that fishes there often, and the word is out at that particular pond. Oh, you stay away from that 70-year-old guy. He's bad news. He's nuts. You don't cross him. You leave him alone. It's like, wow. And he's got a lengthy criminal record, and he using aliases and things like that. So there's more going on there. But and I forgot
every
what they
community
were
has a nut like that.
I forgot what they were arguing about.
Don't look at me when you say that. People look at my wife my wife's a sweetheart, and people look at her all the time and go, "You're married to him?"
She's a saint.
She's a saint. And you ain't knowing me that long.
All right. And how about this one? Melissa, how about this one? Down in Nantucket, the lovely island of Nantucket.
Yeah.
All right.
Been there many times as a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
A resident of Nantucket says she offered laxative-laced brownies to the Nantucket School Committee.
I saw that. I saw that.
But I don't understand why. Even when I read the story, the Boston Globe reports Megan Perry made the comment during public testimony because there's a proposed artificial turf, like the football field we have over the John Dion track, a proposed artificial turf project at the Vito Capizzo Stadium. Must be the high school. Perry appeared to be comparing the brownies to non-detect levels of PFAS chemicals cited in the turf debate. I still don't understand why she did this.
She actually said it. She actually said it to the council when she handed them. She told them what was in it.
Now the newspaper on the island.
So she didn't give the brownies to them and then
no, they were covered.
Tell them. Oh, okay.
And she gave them. And
so the Nantucket Current reports the brownies were just thrown away.
Of course,
none of them were eaten. School committee chair Laura Gallagher Byrne said she does not intend to press criminal charges or escalate the matter further. It's so bizarre.
Childish.
It goes to show you what kind of
a lot of time there in Nantucket.
You're in Nantucket and you're one of these uppity households, and so you dime yourself out. Oh, I think I'm going to hand them these brownies and I'm going to tell them what's in it. You dime yourself out.
Wow.
That's a real smart way of.
All right. Well, that'll do it. That'll do
bizarre.
For the. It
Doesn't
is bizarre.
Really not picking up why that.
All right.
Be effective. But.
Show's come to an end, so we want to thank everyone that joined us. So thanks to James Toomey from the Black Stone Valley Tourism Council, Meg Rigo from Levitt Amp, David Cicilline from the Rhode Island Foundation, Rich Lane, thanks for being here.
Hey, always fun to come in.
All right. Melissa Murray, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Dave Richards, thanks for being here.
Yes, and it's Friday, which means the Do You Remember show is extra special with a cherry on top today. The cherry's called Steve Peluso.
Oh, swell.
Hey, Steve!
This is Joe Callahan. Have a great day, great weekend, and stay tuned for Do You Remembers coming up after the 9 o'clock news.